as is usually the case with him. It was a great contribution from someone who is considered a bit more of a role player on his team.
All right, Doris. Well, what do you guys think? Does that kind of big performance energize a player in his next game?
Guys, it's tricky, you know, because when you work as hard as he did in that game, you tend to be a little worn down. But on the other hand, he also has to be feeling terrific in terms of the confidence about the state of his game.
Yeah, that's exactly right. I mean, I'd say mentally he's in peak condition, while physically he could probably use a recharge.
And the basket by Gordon.
And no matter who it is, that kind of D isn't going to get it done.
The Cavaliers trail by 18. And here's Irving. Love with the screen on Payton. Irving kicks to Love. He feeds it to James. Slammed home, and he draws the foul. A chance for another point at the free throw line.
That's on me.
It's going to be on Freak.
He always knows where his teammate's going to be, and Kevin, that will let him put the ball where he wants it, right waiting for him.
Payton kicks to Freak. Vucevic to the pass to Oladipo. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Count that one. And that's now 17 points for Aaron Gordon.
Boy, I tell you what, he's having one of those days where if he takes it, he makes it.
Now here's James. He's got 5. And they double up James. No one near Smith as he lets it go. They grab their own miss.
And the second chance becomes a dunk. We could feel over here.
GA, such a good, aggressive play in the paint.
Guys, it's all about persistence on the offensive glass. You just can't ever give up on a play.
No problems knocking that one down. And it's 8 points for Vucevic.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Dime-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, it's a nice pass. I will give you that one.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Cleveland's head coach was saying to his team. The focus of the discussion was getting their offense to run through Love. Coach has a lot of faith in him offensively and let his players know it, insisting that he be at the forefront of what they do at that end of the court from here on out. Clearly, some adjustments there had to be made because the time left for a comeback is quickly running out. Kevin, over to you.
And as always, Doris, thank you. He used that pick to get in close. Fry's got his second basket of the game. Matthew Dellavedova has checked in for Kevin Love. Orlando also making some changes. Nicholson's checked in for Gordon. Freak comes in for Hezonja. And it's Napier in for C.J. Watson. And stolen by Napier.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Pass to Vucevic. It's tipped and stolen by Fry. Here's Shumpert. Some solid D from Freak. Magic leading by 20.
You got it. Let's get the ball inside.
Napier kicks to Freak to the left side wing. The drive by Vucevic. Oh, yes, he did. 5 up and 5 down for him so far.
Sound offensively. Really no other way to put it here in the second half.
There's really no comparison between the teams in terms of the way they've both shot the ball since the break.
That is good. Dellavedova's got 5.
And he came off that screen, and the D just didn't get over the top of it.
Yep, weren't there in time enough to challenge Greg, and when that's the case, you can mark those up for him.
Napier passes to Nicholson. Good, and it's Napier with the assist that time. 6 points for him.
They are just killing them on the interior.
Yeah, you can't say that with enough emphasis. I mean, the defenders are just not being aggressive enough down low. You got to play with some physicality in the paint.
LeBron outside.
That's the wall.
Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup. LeBron's got his 3rd basket of the night.
And when he gets in his head that he's going to get to the basket, very little you can do defensively.
And at the end of the third. Welcome back. 4th quarter action starting up in what has been a one-sided show. The Cavaliers trail by 20 on the court for Orlando. Payton and Oladipo, the explosive backcourt pair. Gordon and Vucevic together in the post, and it's Freak in its small forward.
Just a great job of attacking on the break.
Yeah, you know, exploding to the basket like that, Greg, just as soon as that ball was going the other way, that's exactly how you want to do it.
Well, Cleveland shooting 56% in this game, really stringing quality possessions together offensively. Smith kicks to Love. That's good.
I tell you what a good thing that he showed up today, because without him, this thing would already be over.
Payton against Irving. Payton dishes to Freak. Vucevic to the pass to Freak. Irving kicks to Love. And he wills that one in, sinking right through off the back iron.
You always hear about chemistry. That's a perfect example, knowing where each other is at all times.
Here's Freak. Good D by James.
Good little two-man action there, but they just can't get the shot to fall.
Yeah, but that was a beauty. Good-looking shot, well-executed play. I wouldn't be surprised to see them go back to it.
One made three for him for the game. Does he focus closer in? Let's see.
And it's going to be a goaltending call here, so they'll count the bucket.
He got there late, but you do have to like the aggressiveness to go after the block. But that one's going to count.
And clearly you can hear what the crowd thinks about that call.
You sure can. I mean, they erupted as soon as that whistle blew. No time between the call and the eruption.
Timeout, Cleveland.
Payton against Irving. Fourth quarter now. We're about a minute and a half in. Here's Cowan. Good, and the assist goes to Irving. Irving's got 6 assists now in the game.
And that's why it's so important to really be a good screening team. You get a lot of open looks from it.
Vucevic down low. He's guarded by Love, and that one's good. Freak.
The defense not putting up any fight on the inside. They've allowed 10 straight points in the paint.
That's not the kind of streak you want to be part of defensively. Tighten it up, fellas.
James with it, and it's Gordon picking him up. Got a piece of it. And here we go. Freak heading to the hoop. Throws down the breakaway jam.
It's as if the defense just let him go.
He'll thank them for that, because he got a chance to perform a little razzle-dazzle on that one.
Cavaliers have gone 3 of 4 in field goal attempts since getting things started here in the fourth. To the middle, here's Irving. And goaltending is going to be the call, so they get the basket there anyway.
He thought he had that one clean, but the ref saw it differently. They'll count the basket.
Magic leading by 20. Payton dishes to Freak. Back to Payton. Vucevic, a screen on Irving. Here's Freak. And lots of contact there. Missing the shot. He'll shoot 2.
Wow, this game just a commanding performance for Freak. He's got 16 points and 1 steal as well.
No idea we'd see a performance like this one today.
The only way to describe it in my vocabulary is dominance.
And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Magic.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
Another factor here tonight has been the amount of points they've scored off turnovers.
That one falls, so he hits both of them.
They're really doing a good job working hard to get inside and draw contact, a little more so than they did in the first half.
And defensively, if you're trying to battle back, you can't keep sending them to the line.
Cleveland moving it around. Irving drives in, and he converts the layup.
I tell you what, fellas, we're seeing some really good ball movement out there.
Definitely. 10 of their last 12 points have come off assists.
Vucevic, a screen on Irving. Payton with the ball. Now Smith defending. Oladipo for 3. That's in, coming off an assist from Payton. Payton's got 6 assists in the game.
And he's looking to really stretch this lead out, even with the cushion they have, still letting it fly from long range.
Love with the screen on Peyton. Here's Cowan. Terrific design on the pick play, and he lays it in.
And really keeping the ball hopping around here offensively.
The last 5 trips they've had have ended with a great pass leading to a basket. They're really sharing the sugar.
They set the pick. Peyton outside. Out to the right wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. And it's Freak missing. The Cavaliers trail by 21. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Smith the pass to Irving. Love with the screen on Vucevic. Irving kicks to Love. Wide open. They get it again. Cowan throws it down as the official calls the foul. It may be a 3-point play. It's going to be on Victor Oladipo.
And able to pad his stats a little bit there on that play. The board and the bucket.
And you know, Greg, that'll put him in the good graces of that coaching staff, too. My goodness.
Kevin and Greg, hard work on the offensive glass always does that. I mean, his fans will remember the dunk, but the coaches love the rebound.
Kicks it to Freak. Here's the screen. Here's Azania. He's guarded by Udrih. Here's Freak. No good. And it's the Cavaliers taking it the other way.
And this is what they wanted. I mean, to announce their presence in this matchup with authority. Very decisive. It can definitely be considered a statement win for Orlando.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
No, they didn't. They found their way inside effectively all game long. Penetration always produces results.
And so that moves their record to 11 wins on the year.
And against a conference opponent, always good to take that first win of the season series to establish a psychological edge.
Especially because they're going to get together 3 more times this season, Greg. You love to get an opponent figured out early when you're going to be seeing them that often.
I mean, when you look at the stats, you'll see just how dominant a game this was for Vucevic. You can do a lot to change a game other than scoring, and it was his quick hands on the defensive end that put them in the driver's seat.
Dishes it to Watson. At the elbow, it's Freak. Dedmon kicks to Freak. The pass to Hazania, and stolen by Udrih. 1 second separating the shot clock and game clock. They get it back to the left wing. And that one comes up a bit short. Here's Watson to the paint. Here's Freak. Once again off the mark, Orlando. And so it's Orlando taking this one by a big margin. A resounding victory for them.
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, everybody. Ernie Johnson here along with Shaq, and the Jet is Freak.
How about the show Freak was putting on tonight? It was a freak show. That's one of the smartest basketball players I've ever seen. Being able to use either hand and being as skilled as he is poses so many problems out there. But as modest as he is, he's not going to gloat even though he's having a great performance. He's going to just go right back out there, get to work for the next game.
And that'll do it for tonight. For Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, Kevin Harlan, and our